For the past year, conservatives have been campaigning against Obama's health care plan. Now they want to repeal it, they want to file lawsuits to overturn it in the courts, and yet their front-running presidential candidate is Mitt Romney, who authored a very similar plan when he was governor of Massachusetts. He was kind of quiet during 2009. Now in 2010, he's out there putting himself forward to be the leader of the Republican Party, and in particular, he's campaigning against Obamacare. As President Obama himself has pointed out, Romney is the guy who created the prototype for Obamacare.
When you run down the list of elements in the Obama plan and the Romney plan, they are all identical. The individual mandate, the requirement that insurers cover sick people at the same premiums as everyone else, the creation of a new government bureaucracy called an exchange that regulates health insurance, the subsidies to help people purchase private health insurance and comply with that mandate, the expansion of new government programs.
It's very different than Obamacare in a couple of important ways.
Okay. In every important respect, the Obama plan and the Romney plan are identical.
President Obama rammed a health care bill through Congress on a straight party line vote, no Republican supporters. But he still likes this image of himself as bipartisan. So he's been going around saying, hey, I got some ideas from the Heritage Foundation, I got a lot of ideas from Mitt Romney's plan in Massachusetts, and that's something Romney is trying to get out from under. Romney doesn't want Republicans to think that he provided the model for Obamacare. And a lot of times, Obama exaggerates this bipartisan idea. But in this particular case, Obama's got a point. RomneyCare did model a lot of the ideas that ended up being the framework for Obama's plan. And that's the connection Romney doesn't want people to see.
This legislation looks an awful lot like what happened in Massachusetts, and I'm sure Governor Romney hates every time I say that.
How can he lead the charge against a health care plan that is modeled on his own? How can he go around denouncing a government takeover and an intrusion into people's rights when he authored a very similar plan?
I know some people say, gee, your Massachusetts health care plan isn't conservative. I say, oh, yes, it is.
Well, he's getting a lot of flack from conservatives who don't think an individual mandate sounds like the limited government that they thought conservatives believed in. So he's come out saying, well, it's a matter of personal responsibility, and that's a bedrock conservative principle.
No more free riders. People have to take personal responsibility.
You may call this an individual mandate. I don't. I call it the personal responsibility principle.
His concept of responsibility, which is also President Obama's concept, is that the government decides what you have to do, like you must buy health insurance, and then the government will decide what benefits you get. Other people think personal responsibility means you make the decisions about your life and you accept the consequences of your decision.
Both the Romney plan and the Obama plan are essentially a government takeover of the healthcare sector of the economy. You can make a valid argument that only the state government should be able to do that and not the federal government.
States should be able to solve state problems.
But if you're making that argument to people who are opposed to any government takeover of health insurance, they're probably not going to find that persuasive.
Daniel Gross wrote a column in Newsweek saying that Obama needs a really smart guy to run this healthcare plan. He said he needs somebody with strong management experience, somebody who doesn't have a job right now, and somebody who has experience implementing a government mandate insurance exchange healthcare plan. And who is that person but Mitt Romney?